So it's my second time recording this because the first one my sister just came in and fucked up the recording. Anyway, what I wanted to say, and I was saying about this first part, is that like this is just the one of the most awful compressed level I have ever seen. Like, man, just look how much it takes up objects, something like this, you know. Not only that, but it's not really needed because like if you delete this, the camera just shows you to this point here. So like, why to bother doing this here? Like, for what? The second thing is just like this crushers. Like, I don't know why they have this like blurry like effect. I think it was meant to be shown more as the background, like, you know, it's far away, so that's why it's blurry, but it just looks weird, it feels weird, and it just looks pretty ugly. And like, aside from moving, which is okay, I can appreciate that, there's like not much happening in the background still. Like, the background is just brown and you have just this. And this is not a good background most of the time. It depends on the level you make. Sometimes the level with no background work even better, but when you do deco like this, it just does not work. And like, I mean, at least you could make, I don't know, some like spikes. I'm not going to design them for this level, but like, you know, just spikes like moving here, getting crushed, and just another spikes getting crushed here, and like so on, or just getting crushed and getting back up, moving to this one, getting crushed, get back up, and so on. Like, you have so many options to choose from, but like, you just, I don't know, did something like this and just did not expand on it. Also, why it just is not like down here, for example? I mean, it looks really weird, just like, you know, seeing it just floating there. Anyway, aside from the background and the foreground stuff, I will have to talk about the deco, which, I mean, it's fine. I wouldn't say it's terrible. Although, like, it looks very weird when you have like these things that was shown some glow, and then you just have these plain blocks, all bright and all, and it just does not look too good. I think maybe you should replace this white with like something more saturated. Like, I don't know, something like this. I don't know. Oh yeah, it just looks like, I think it already looks like 10 times better, and I only changed one color, so it says a lot. Like, I don't know, it just always feels kinda weird for me to just leave this thing. Why you do something like this? I don't even know. Anyway, I think it would look even nicer if just it would be in foreground. Oh okay. Anyway, it would not, but like, maybe if I would just like, I don't know, make it more faded and then do this, I think it would look better. Yeah, but then this one gets destroyed, so like, I'm not going to experiment with that now, since like I don't have really time for that. But yeah, the idea is here. I think I'm going to leave like this metallic here thing and not turn it white, because I think it just looks nicer this way. So yeah. Anyway, wait, let me just like, because I think it would be awful to hear me while I talk when this loud as music plays. Anyway, I think the gameplay is really solid this time. Like, it's the main reason why I made the gameplay now, because like sometimes just the difficulty spike or how unfun the gameplay is just making me not want to even try making a gameplay. I of course do try, but like, I give up at some point and just like do this. Anyway, I think, yeah, the gameplay is really solid. I don't really have that much to talk about in this part more because, like, I think I talked about everything in here. Okay, so here's this, like, little transition here. It's kind of awful. It gives you some time, but not enough, in my opinion, time to make you react. So you have to jump here, like, you know, from here to here. But it just does not work because, like, before you realize you have to do, you just crash into this wall, and yeah. Anyway, it's a cool transition, I have to say. Then we have this, and like, I see the idea where it was heading, just to show this, like, blocks collapse. Although it does not look too realistic since there are no pieces flying in background. Like, all of them look like they are falling in the foreground, right? And the background would be just like behind them or something, and like darker, you know. That's how you do the background. And it should be more of them. It should be also different pieces, not only this thing. So, like, yeah. And I don't really know what this animation is supposed to represent. Like, I don't know. Anyway, the background here, like, especially since you just, like, said to me that it's going to be a level with finally background. That's a not that is a not good background. Like, really, trust me, it's not good. Like, really, just like some metal, I don't know, these metal things, and like, I don't know, they just don't look really that good. I don't even really know why you would do something like this. Like, the animations are there. I really appreciate, for example, this flying right there. It's cute and it's really nice. This one is okay. I also don't want really to complain about copy and paste because, like, it's more industrial, and like, we know the industrial stuff most of the time looks the same, so yeah, I would say it's fine. But yeah, I think, as I said before, I think you should just, like, give them some black glow here and there, so they would look like they would match with the other stuff which have glow. So, like, yeah, and oh my god, let me just, like, say how much I hate this transition right here. Like, you could really just make the player not able to click here. Like, you know, you have this in this trigger right here, like, oh yeah, options. Just do this and just put this, so, like, you know, you can jump here, so you can, like, because this transition is pretty random, let's be honest. And I hate it because of it. Also, the signs look just really rushed, like, they look like you got the idea at some, like, really random point and just decided to put them in here, not really caring that much. Anyway, no, okay, here it is. Anyway, here I also appreciate the animations, although they are, like, pretty random, some of them. They don't go too smoothly there. Like, this one is really nice, but ones before it, they just don't look too good. Also, it would be cool if you just would make this school, like, I don't know, you see that, like, flow like this, and these bones and all too. So, like, it has motion and it shows that this is a fluid and not just, like, animation of fluid. That would be just nice, like, you know, just something like floating like this. It would be just nice. And, like, okay, wait. Anyway, it also would be cool if you would add this splash animation as they, like, enter this, because that would just look more natural, as I said before. And this one, like, it just looks so weird. I know it was meant to like show that you've like, I don't know, pushed this thing or something, but it just looks strange. Oh wait, I freaked out this. Okay, fuck this, I'm just going to do something like this. Since I don't have that much to talk about this in this part anyway. And yeah, this transition was cool, but then like, this is I think one of the worst parts. Like, I won't even that much like complain about background, because I mean, I think it was meant to look like this, but then you can just like make this blocks flash like with glow or something, like, you know, because if you're doing parts such as this or this space one upcoming, I know the reality is not just like flashy and all, and you don't get this, but Geometry Dash is not about reality, you know, and like, when you have something like this, you should just make some motion, some animation or something, because like, I don't know, it just looks weird, and it just looks very empty and unfinished. Like, yeah, why not to put more of this stuff like around here? Like, it would be so cool. And like, here you just have the black background, I don't even know why. And then you have like this space, which, oh my god. This one right here is just so awful. I mean, listen, I see the stars, I see this animation and all, like, but it's just not enough. This animation should loop and be more around the center here. And like, how to say this? I understand that space mostly is just stars and the planets here and there, but as I said, it's not about reality and realism. It's about just making your level interesting. So why not to add some like planets here and there in background? I don't know, like, you can do so much, like comets, meteors, I know, some spaceships, whatever. Like, literally just make this background actually filled, because like, it's just so empty, man. And like, I don't even know what this one is supposed to be. I think you just like, I don't know, I don't even know why it's like this, because like before you did this right, so yeah, I don't know, I just don't understand this. I'm sorry. Oh well. And like, this transition which is going to happen is like fine transition, but like to the weirdest, strangest, and the most random and probably rushed and ugly part in this level, because like, for some reason it's just this. Like, the transition even does not look to just be something like this. Also, I forgot to complain about this before, but like, why they're not just like, you know, like, oh wait, I don't even know. I think you just did the design that it's like impossible to line up well so it looks good even, like, anyway. So yeah, this one is just, for what this is, like, I think it was supposed to be like that you're breaking in, but like, it just looks odd, especially since it just goes there, only the two pieces, for some reason, when the glass shatters into multiple ones, and then they just stay here floating and spinning. Why not to just make them like go like this and then just fall? That would be like so much cleaner and all. And then you have like, this part is just so empty. I think, yeah, that is the only like cool thing in this level. As for the gameplay and anything, like, it generally looks cool. It is fine, and I like it. Also, I think it's worth mentioning that like, I remember because I playtested this level before. I know that this level like did not had this like green stuff. I think it's nice looking, and I think it's cool to see that you actually saw that at least this one was pretty empty, so you added this. But like still, like I don't want to complain that much about like ending screens since like they are pretty simple. But at least like you could animate this like just to like just like you can move it around in some like weird position or something, and then just like come back to the first and then back to this, like make a loop of this like simple like animation. I think it would be cool. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this level, because like there's not that much to talk about here. When I like read your like mail saying that this level is going to have the background finally and all, I was like super hyped and like actually interested to see like what you mean by this. But then I just saw this and like, nah, it's not even that much background. So like, yeah, I see the effort and all, but the decisions and all, I just don't understand. Like, really, I think this level is like 12k objects or even less after deleting like the not needed stuff. So like, yeah. Also, there are like at least two secret ways. One which was shown in the gameplay footage, and the second one is like here on the UFO. You can actually like, if you do the timing correctly, you can be something like right here, and then just like do this, and there's the spider orb, so it helps you, and you're still the UFO. Anyway, that's all I had to say. So yeah, bye.